Offset said it's a PR stunt. That job Offset said. Offset said nice PR and rolled out. Because apparently Cardi got some new music coming out. We as a DJ culture, we're just not going to do everything for the love of the culture. And I understand we got to get paid for what we do with it. We're not introducing new records. Then it's a dying culture and we are a part of the problem. Phaedra Parks is back. This is night one. A lot is happening in night one. This is a lot going down in night one. You know, late, but she only got about, 4 good years left on that coochie. What? All right, you said about 55?
It doesn't mean it just breaks down.
Y'all got to leave Drew alone. Kelly and everybody, let Drew live. Now, they say Porsche, my savage. They say fucking Pluto, and not to be mixed up with Lululemon. Yeah, they say she right here. You know what I mean? That was Simon said down to the divorce decree. Allegedly. Cause Future my partner. Allegedly. Turn on the lights. She ain't brought nothing to Grenada. She bought them for 6 things of tissue and some wipes down to the Grenada. Huh?
DJ A1.
What up? It's the DJ A1. Welcome back to my channel. All things culture, all things entertainment. This is A1's famous kickback. I'm gonna get right into it, guys. My favorite pastime. You know it. I know it. Housewives of Atlanta. Whew. Phaedra Parks is back. What a joy, what a joy. Phaedra has showed up. Phaedra is doing her job. From scene one, Phaedra is doing her job. Listen, the ladies are now in Grenada. And when I tell you, Phaedra is like a breath of fresh air. She's came in, but she's also an OG. So she knows how this thing works. Between her, Cynthia, I guess I would consider Porsche an OG as well. But baby, she immediately has fallen into action like, I got this. Let me show y'all how this shit is really done. She came in, first of all, when Phaedra said Angela is the oldest, youngest looking person she's ever seen, I fell through the floor. I fell directly through the floor. Phaedra's shade is on another level. Like, it's on another level. All these girl shades on another level. I do want the girls to stop picking on Drew. I don't like that. I don't like y'all picking on Drew like that. Y'all got to leave Drew alone. Kelly and everybody, let Drew live. And it looked like at that last little dinner, Kelly said something about Brit, and Brit didn't like it. The way Brit turned to look, bitch, what the fuck you talking to? I want to see what's gonna happen with that. Porsche and Drew sat out and almost had a conversation. Of course, Porsche did her infamous storm off, leave the scene. They tried to have a conversation, and I'm noticing that Porsche doesn't really, when things aren't going her way, she just leaves the scene. She's out of there. Apparently, they say that they've gotten over it at the dinner. Porsche and Drew. I don't think that they have. Shamea and Drew. I don't think that that's ever going to go anywhere. I think, they spoke about lap dogs, and Shamea really like, all right, whatever. Why the fuck? Context. Drew and Porsche was talking about husbands and baby daddies and filming and all this shit. Why the fuck did Brit find it okay for her to stop and tell Phaedra, Apollo came to my event because he knows my husband? We don't give a fuck. Who cares? Phaedra said, girl, I don't care. That is somebody else's husband. Like, girl, so what? Who cares? Brit need to worry about why them folk ain't had no food down in their clubhouse. And they ain't trying to sue the husband. Now, I'm trying to figure out, if they ain't feed nobody but them bloggers, so them bloggers would say nothing fucked up about them. If they ain't feed nobody but them 3 bloggers that she had there, and these 6 ladies, well, how much food do he owe for? And she trying to blame it on the, I wasn't happy with my party planner. Y'all got to stop bargaining with these free folk, telling them you're going to be on Housewives.
She said she's not a party planner. She said she was there for decor. She said that's not what I am.
She said, I was here to set up placemats, put a nice little centerpiece on the table, and go home. She tried to use her for more than what she was there for. She is not the party planner. I am strictly here for decor. I don't know. Maybe they don't pay their HOAs either. I don't know what's happening. Apparently, they've been sued. And the folk want their money for their dry ass chicken and the mashed potatoes. Okay? They want their money for their nursery portion that they were handing out down there like it was Thanksgiving dinner down at the mess hall. That's what the fuck going on. And the folk want their money, and they say the man owed them some money. And apparently they suing him because Brit's name ain't on the house.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's why she not in the lawsuit. They only suing him because his name on the deed. She just over here. She just down here drinking free at the bar. I'm trying to figure out what Brit does and why she's here. She ain't brought nothing to Grenada. She bought them for 6 things of tissue and some wipes down to the Grenada. Huh? She done bought in an old flimsy box that they done had to pull it out of, you know. Then down to the Balmain, I think she bought a scarf, maybe. At her event, they weren't even set up when the girls arrived, and they out there playing golf in, you know, they nice clothes. Overly dressed, by the way. Then we get into the damn thing. And where do they live at? Because, I mean, it looks very nice, but the golf, it needs to be updated. I go out to the Crystal Lakes all the time, to the golf course, and it looks very nice, very wonderful. We have a good time out there all the time. I'm out there all the time, Monet, everybody. So I'm just trying to figure out, where's the money going? Is there any money to be had? She ain't got no insurance company no more. So she ain't got no payroll. Her and Angela need to goddamn get together and figure this shit out now. Angela can't sell no houses. Angela got a whole lot of money in the bank though. Angie, I'm with you now, Angie. I ain't calling you broke, Angie. Just because you can't flip them houses. I know you got a bag. I know you. I like everything y'all got going on. Hey, Charles. I know what's going on with Angie. Don't get it messed up now, Angie. I ain't saying you got no money. I know what money look like, baby. You look like money. Now, damn favorite talking about now. You might look like old money, but baby, you look like money. You hear me? All we know about Brit this season really is this. She sucked on a poster. Allegedly. 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 That's all we know. And girls don't like it. Allegedly. I don't know if the girl was really, you know what I mean, having her way with a little sausage on the poster. That's just what the folks said that was there. Now, I went there. I ain't seen it. It was blurred out on the television screen. But all we know is that's all she been good for and trying to create a moment. We got so many other moments going that she's been overshadowed. I don't even know if she's coming back next season, honestly. Unless something just skyrockets through the roof this season. I don't see Brit Edie returning to our television screens next season. Maybe as a friend. Maybe.
You're not interested in her family dynamic?
I wouldn't give a fuck about Brit Edie and no goddamn family. The sisters don't like her. The goddamn it, you know what I'm saying? The mama finna move in because she want to have a baby. Really, I just feel like they can't afford the mama house no more. After this shit come out, they ain't paid for the food. Now I just feel like they downsizing the family. That's what the fuck going on. They downsizing the family. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Allegedly. You got to say allegedly. Now, these folk like to sue and shit. Allegedly, she downsizing the family and they moving the mama in because she want to have the baby. Brit Edie not finna fuck up that body. Cause when the money go, might go. And she gonna have to catch her a new nigga with somebody. She gonna need to use them titties, that mouth, that got mouths on it. Angela said, I don't know. Phaedra said, you know, her body count is, I don't know Brit Edie, but what I know, she likes to party.
Did they say that about Phaedra?
I don't know what they said about Miss Park. You're not gonna do that. I don't know what they said about Miss Park. All I know is she down by the Brown, she was the lawyer, and everything else, and she being born about it with Will Watkins. And then my buddy, I don't know. That's it. You're not gonna do that in that journey. Huh? They played these games. They had to pick rooms. That's why I say they gotta stop picking on Drew. Why Drew got a twin bed again? Here are the roommates. Porsche, Angela, Brit, Phaedra, Kelly, Shamea, Drew, Cynthia. Right? So these are the roommates. And then the room that Cynthia and Drew got, it had a king bed and then bunk bed. Cynthia's like, I'm gonna arm wrestle you for it. They arm wrestle, but Drew tried to damn near take Cynthia's arm off. Like shit. But she was being nice, so she ended up giving Cynthia the bigger room. I'm just like, I just really don't understand why they keep picking on Drew. It's like every time they sit down and talk, it's always Drew. I want Drew's music to be so successful. I really want, and her acting, I just really want Drew to be a success so that like, it's like, fuck y'all. Even though she has her things, she picks and she does, but you have to on this show. You have to come back and you have to be on bullshit a little bit with these girls. She's just a punching bag. And I want her to stand up for herself. She's just so, I don't know if that's her demeanor. Like, I think she's a very calm girl.
I think the people don't really notice Drew. I've always felt from the beginning, Drew has had 2 different things happening from day one. She has what happens at the house and she has her group scene. People don't realize that the girls don't even know what's going on with Drew until they watch the episode. So Drew has kept that separate. Porsche, you know, she don't have nobody from Wood either. Nah, you got Phaedra.
Porsche got Phaedra. And Drew has Dennis. Hello. This is night 1. A lot has happened in night 1. This is a lot going down in night 1. But I see Cent 50 Cent, she got a new man. Young fella, she keep her little guy, don't she? Happy for Cent. Got a young man getting a little back blown. You know what I'm saying? She in a little nifty 50s. So, you know, she got to get her a little taste before she lose it. Because she only got a, you know, not late, but she only got about, 4 good years left on that coochie.
What?
Ain't Cent about 55?
It doesn't mean it just breaks down.
Well, I don't know what age they start using their coochie.
We don't talk about it.
You're right. It's that I didn't. Don't use that. Welcome to your 70s, Cynthia. Shit.
Children, maybe not for some people, but you can.
The coochie gonna work, huh? Okay, my bad. Housewives is coming along very well. Charles Oakley never seems to let me down. He's just a barrel of just fun. This is their 8th year anniversary, I believe she said, and she's away from Charles. She FaceTimed Charles and said, you know, this. Okay. I mean, 8 years. He's in some flowers right now. Now, they say Porsche fucking, my savage, my savage, my savage. They say fucking plural, and not to be mixed up with Lululemon. Yeah, they say she right here. You know what I mean? Yeah. Fuckers and colors in here. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. Future done sent flowers round out to the house, and that was Simon said, down to the divorce decree. Allegedly. Because Future my partner. Allegedly. Turn on the lights. I'm looking for. That's what they said, Future right now. You know what I mean? Have to go allegedly. This is alleged news. We don't know these things to be factual, actual. And who is this black Drew? Drew, now who is black? I actually know who black is, but I'm gonna act like I don't know for context for you guys. Now, Drew, who is black? I've never even known them to even know each other. So, but Portia said that Dennis told her that black and goddamn Drew, you know what I mean? She wasn't bumping pocketbook with Todd no more. Now she over here. But that's what's going on down to the Grenada, man. This is a beautiful thing. And this is just all in night one. Damn. I wonder what the next 2 nights gonna bring us. I hope it brings Shamea's suitcase. But Shamea rich enough to go buy her some bullshit out there in Grenada, so you know. Well, Shamea, maybe you just give into the box of things that Brittany bought. Ooh!
They are filming the reunion this week. Is there anything that you would suggest for each lady?
No, I just want to see if Andy is going to hold Phaedra accountable for the reason she left Real Housewives of Atlanta to begin with. I love Phaedra, but I want to see if she's going to actually be held accountable via Andy Cohen's standards. Because we know Andy has a history of saying exactly what he wants and how he wants. So I wonder if that's going to be brought up. Like, are we going to address the elephant in the room at the same place the elephant entered through? But for the first reunion, girls, Brit, Edie, I'd like to, I don't really know because I still don't know much about Brit. You know what I'm saying? Like 13 weeks in of however many weeks we're in. And all I know is she's an uncharitable giver. She beefing with the sisters. Angela, I just want to see Angela, just down out to just. I feel like Angela holds her home though. So I just want to see what the relationships goes with. I want to see more with Angela and Charles out and see that dynamic. Many blessings of love goes out to Angela. She lost her mother recently. That's the thing.
So when it comes to these reunions, do we really need to see Drew and Portia talk about this again?
No, this Dennis shit that been beating the grind. I mean, it's a good look for Dennis. I'm pretty sure he sold 2 more hot dogs and some hookah scents. And some Nyack and everything else he got going on. So it's a good look from him. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it's over with the seed. They better not get to fuck on unions to be talking about filming on this show. Portia, I want to know where the fuck you living at next year. Is that Go Naked selling? Wait, is her company Go Naked or Bare Naked? I'm just talking shit, Portia. Girl, they said the linens done sold out down to the Amazon. Everybody buying your pillows. Nobody really said that, but I'm speaking it into fruition. You're going to sell out and it's going to be the thing.
Speaking of relationships, Cardi B.
She got a new man. She's showing him out too. She had, what's his, Stefan Diggs is his name? She's like, that's how we do it. They on the boat partying with all kind of beautiful women. You legend? I don't know. I thought he was handing the girls out towards. The people said it was something else. Offset said it's a PR stunt. That's what Offset said. Offset said nice PR and rolled out. Because apparently Cardi got some new music coming out. He put up a post saying, I passed it. He passed Cardi B out. Well, Stefan, he put up a post catching. I know how to catch it and run with it. 69 million. I'm getting fucked up. This is why I'm here.
60 million.
Meanwhile, Cardi B cuts Offset ass out from one end of Decatur to the other end of Peachtree. Custom call him out. Said she hoped he slow.
What?
Oh, she cussed him. Baby, you ain't heard.
Listen up, y'all listening? Listen up. This suck nigga and his fuck ass teeth. I know it's not his teeth. I know it's his bitch ass. Wiggle down nigga, what you know in the bed?
Todd and Julie Chrisley are home. And I like the Chris's. I used to love the show. Had a chance to be around the Chris's a few times because they are friends with a good friend of ours. I actually hope they get another television show, which they probably will, because this definitely needs to be documented. But I didn't know that they were such big Trump supporters. I mean, Savannah had on different color. All I've ever seen was the white one. She had on a cream and gold or something. I said, damn. The son, the youngest son, he talking to the president, talking about the best commencement speech I ever heard or some shit. I said, now what the fuck is this shit? Because apparently they had enough money when they would have waited to sustain that lifestyle for the last, how long have it been going now? Maybe 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah.
They still have that house?
She said the girl said she was at Sam's Club and she came home and she made up their room for them to share. Do you feel if a couple has been gone for 3 years that they need to share a room that night?
Well, first of all, I don't think Todd and Julie was sharing a motherfucking room before he went into the clique. They'd just be fucking for real. That Julie gonna sleep in Todd band to the 4 seasons with his boyfriend. Allegedly, there's that.
Well, now that they got a pardon, Diddy's team is looking into it.
Trump ain't study. You see, he let all of his partner Jeffrey and all them niggas out the dry. Trump ain't fucking around with that shit. Man, now you got better things to do. Like
they say teachers can beat the kids back again now. You can whoop them.
See, shit like that is gonna leave these fucking teachers fucking left slumped over some fucking way. But these young folk ain't bullshit. You hit one of these young motherfuckers you want to. Yeah, goddamn ain't make it at home. You will be in the E and the R. All my teacher friends, don't you fucking dare try to put your hands on them teacher. Let their mamas and their daddies whoop their ass. And first time you try to whoop one of their ass, the mama and the daddy gonna be up there at the school trying to fight you. Let them teach them and let them go. I do want to talk about something that brewed here in Atlanta, Georgia, about the music scene, about music that's coming out. And there are no male artists coming out, R&B wise, and all of this different shit. And really no male rappers new or anything like that. You know, I didn't really want to get too wrapped up in the conversation, so I kind of let it go over my head. I actually was at the dinner that this conversation sparked at with Jermaine Dupri and a couple of cats, well-known DJs and music industry people that were at this dinner. You know, it really turned into a dick swinging contest where I do this, I do that, I do this, I do that, as most of these things do. And I try to stay out of these conversations because, Jamie, as you know, I can get a little flashy on these niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't DJ. But, I stayed out of the conversation because I'm not on the radio in Atlanta. I don't DJ in Atlanta anymore. I haven't DJed in the club in Atlanta in quite a while. It's years now, right? I'm more of a stadium arena DJ. I try to stay out of these conversations, but the women are killing it right now. We have Pluto and we have Vanna B and a couple other little, young ladies that's coming out of Atlanta. Very big records. I'm so ATL. Get in there. Lululemon. All these records that's coming out that these girls are doing. I feel as though who's paying for this shit, right? This is just my opinions, right? So I feel like and I tried to stay out of this conversation, I'm putting it here on a broader spectrum. I didn't want to go back and forth with nobody that's in and out. Like, who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? When I have these conversations, it's on a broader scale, right? Not that I don't give a fuck about niggas in Atlanta because I love all my DJ partners and all of my constituents that's here in the city. But it's like, when you talk about pushing the artist, well, who's paying for said artist, right? So when you get a female and you get to pushing the female, right? Okay, well, when you get a male artist, I feel like this was the part of the conversation that was not being had as well. If somebody comes to you in the club and asks you to play their shit, y'all not playing that shit. And if y'all are, y'all asking for money. I know this because I was once in that position. And if you say that that's not what happens, you a fucking lie. Somebody comes that hasn't already put up hundreds of thousands of dollars or whatever they put up to push themselves to become known, to become the popular guy in the club, buying fucking 6-7 bottles a night at fucking 4 or 5 different clubs a week, getting their name out there, right? They're supposed to do that part. Yes, they are. But if they haven't done that, even if they have done that, like, you still want money because it's the name of the game, right? It's only a few cats I know that would just do it, right? I used to be one of the cats. You was Joe Blow and you was on some bullshit, you came to me, I'm going to charge them. But I built a gang of my relationships because I would never charge people to play songs. And that's just not what I do. And it's a gang of artists that can contest to that. I never charge them to play a record. I never charge them to give them free game when they want to know shit. Like, it's just not what I do, right? I give back, but when you do that, you will forever eat because you never know who's next to blow. You never know who's next to blow. And that's become a thing. I've helped so many people and then they took off and we worked at some capacity. That's my little take on that with the whole thing that Jermaine Dupri put out. Well, he didn't put it out. It happened at his dinner with DJs and music inside of an execs. So that's just my thing, that I feel as though we don't have any new male artists or new artists in general is where they're going, because, you know, one, who's paying for this shit? And two, we as a DJ culture, we're just not going to do everything for the love of the culture. And I understand we got to get paid for what we do with it. We're not introducing new records and taking the chance on these cats, on male or female. Then it's a dying culture, and we are a part of the problem. Just my 2 cents. I'd rather get my 2 cents while I'm sitting alone versus argue in a box or into a phone with a bunch of people that goes nowhere. And we'll still be in the same situation, talking about the same shit next month, next year. Who cares? You know what I mean? Do your part. Keep getting your money. Keep doing what you're doing. I love everybody. This concludes this week, guys. I love y'all. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Send my videos out. Let's just do a bunch of shit, man. I am the DJ A1. This is the famous Kickback. All things culture, all things entertainment. I see you next week. We out.
Famous DJ A1.